Terrence Writer, Right Impressions here. Conversation so nice it'll make you want to digest it. If you want the best in content creations and commercials and photography and videography and charcoal drawings and pencil portraits and glass etching and pyrography, which is wood burning, I'm your man. If you want the best in artwork, here, I'll show you. This is what I'm working on. I got a little downtime at work. So I figured I'd do a little bit of artwork catch up because I haven't done it in a while. And I don't think some of you have never even seen me doing it. So here you go. So follow me along as I invite you to watch me do this sketch. And I apologize if I leave anything out because I'm trying to be as efficient and effective as I can. For all the upcoming artists, painters, crafters out there, I don't mind showing you. Everything that I do is self-taught and God-given. Never had to take a class formally. So therefore I had to study light and structure and all that stuff, portraiture and things like that. I always have. This is a gift from God. Excuse me. Now, I usually go through and line up my portrait, whatever size. I try to draw from, if I'm doing a projected image, first you got to get the dimensions. This is a 18 by 24, which is a standard poster size print. Okay, here I am shadowing. I do the outline first, then I come back and I add my shadows around my edges first. And once I add the shadow to the edges, if you study light and know lighting, I'm also a photographer and videographer, so lighting is very important. Sound is very important, not when it comes to drawing. But anyway, let's stay on track. Now, as you see, I added the shading around the edges. With me, I usually add the eyes later, but with this portrait, I wanted to feel the image, and I wanted to understand the depth and of the image. So therefore, midway through, I couldn't help myself, so I added the eyes because her eyes are just beautiful and gorgeous. The eyes, brows are just so solid and foundation. I didn't have to add a lot, and the picture that I was working from was very, very solid, meaning it was clear. I consider it to be a professionally done image based on the background. Those of you who are artists would understand. Here I have added more charcoal. I did these with, excuse me, I did these with charcoal pencils to sketch. So my biggest thing was trying to videotape as I was sketching. Those of you doing illustrational videos, you would understand, I'm sure. But your light has to always be perfect. And if you can, finish your sketch with one same light. Here it is, a full picture as it's finished. Poster size. So I went out and I started looking. I would have to, as you can see, I put the bordered edges around it, highlighted the edges, the facial features, bring them out, use darker charcoal. I added the name, the sunrise and the sunset dates, put the frame around it, shading it all in. If you look closely at the picture, you see the difference of what I added, into the final, or what you see. This is Terrence for Right Impressions. I do charcoal prints, I do glass etchings and pyrography. Most of you know it as wood burning. Any size, as long as the person has the portrait and they bring it to me, I'll make that portrait speak and I'll bring it to life. So again, this is Terrence from Right Impressions, bringing you art from the heart. That's what I do. For art so nice, it'll make you want to digest it. This is us. We went to church afterwards after I presented. This is my girlfriend, Michelle. So after I presented her the print, and I really surprised her because I gave it to her during the church service in front of the congregation. So this is her after. She dried all her tears. And this was her mother.
What'd you think about your gift?
She absolutely loved it. You'll see in a second. She couldn't wait to get home so she could hang that picture. And she showed it off to everybody in her contact list of her phone. She was just making calls all night long. So, if you would like to have one, hit me up. Right Impressions. Also on YouTube and all your social media platforms.